Hey Bros, it's your name. You know how much I love a good gaming fail. And trust me, this one takes the cake. Or should I say, the ban hammer. We're talking about a noob so legendary, so utterly clueless, that they managed to get themselves banned from 17, yes, you heard that right, 17 different games. From Fortnite to freaking Stardew Valley, this gamer's reign of terror knew no bounds. So grab your snacks, buckle up, and get ready to laugh your butts off as we dive into the wonderful world of a noob so bad they became a legend. Let's get into it. Picture this, you're in a Fortnite lobby waiting for the match to start, when suddenly a monstrosity starts to emerge from the ground. This noob, in all his infinite wisdom, decided to build a giant, well, let's just say it rhymed with schlong. Naturally, the entire lobby lost their minds. People were reporting him left and right, screenshots were being taken faster than you could say victory royale. Our noob, completely oblivious to the chaos he had unleashed, continued to proudly build his masterpiece until, bam, banned for inappropriate content. Honestly, what did he expect? This is why you don't give noobs creative freedom in online games. Minecraft, a game where you can build anything your heart desires. Unless you're this noob, in which case your heart desires only chaos and destruction. This isn't your average newbie mistake of accidentally punching a creeper too close to your house. No, this is next-level griefing. We're talking lava poured over every structure, TNT detonated in every crevice, and chests emptied and destroyed for good measure. The server was practically unrecognizable, and the chat was filled with the cries of angry players demanding justice. Unsurprisingly, a permanent ban swiftly followed. Karma, baby! Overwatch, a game where teamwork is key. Unless you're this particular noob who thought they were playing a one-man show. Instead of trying to win, they spammed voice lines, fed the enemy team, and made life miserable for everyone else. Imagine pushing the payload, your team in perfect harmony, and victory in sight. Suddenly, Reinhardt charges, dies instantly, and spams hello in chat. They were reported so many times and still complained about getting banned. Cuphead, a game renowned for its brutal difficulty and stunning animation. It's a game that tests your skills, your patience, and your ability to not throw your controller at the wall in frustration. Naturally, some people just can't handle the heat. Enter our noob, who decided to cheat their way through the game using some shady hacks. Cuphead's anti-cheat system detected our noob's shenanigans, and they were swiftly banned from online play. So much for showing off those impressive skills. Animal Crossing New Horizons, a wholesome game about building your dream island paradise and making friends with adorable animals. Sounds idyllic, right? Well, not if this noob had anything to say about it. This player decided that sharing is for suckers and turned into a full-blown island bandit, stealing everything that wasn't nailed down. Imagine working tirelessly on your island, only to have some random noob waltz in and pilfer your hard-earned treasures. Word spread like wildfire about this island kleptomaniac, and soon enough no one wanted to invite them to their islands anymore. And then came the inevitable ban hammer, because even Tom Nook has his limits. Stardew Valley, a charming farming simulator where you can escape city life and embrace simple pleasures. This noob tried to marry everyone in town at the same time. It was a calculated assault on the game's code. The result? A game-breaking glitch that corrupted save files. And our noob banned, of course. The Sims 4. A life simulation game where you can create your dream family, build the perfect home, and subject your Sims to all sorts of hilarious and horrifying situations. Their crime against Simanity, trapping their Sims in a pool with no ladder, and then sat back and watched the chaos unfold, proudly showcasing their Sim-drowning skills to the world. The backlash was swift and brutal, resulting in a permanent ban from the game's online community. Age of Empires Definitive Edition lets you lead your civilization from the Stone Age to the Imperial Age. Unless you're this noob, stuck in the banned from online play age, a calculated campaign of toxicity, spamming chat with offensive language. Finally, the ban hammer came crashing down, silencing the offender. NBA 2K24. A basketball simulation game that lets you experience the thrill of hitting game-winning shots and pulling off ankle-breaking crossovers. If you're this noob, rage-quitting in spectacular fashion. Every missed shot resulted in an epic meltdown and the inevitable rage quit. Reports flooded in and soon the ban hammer came crashing down. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order lets you live out your Jedi fantasies, exploring ruins and battling creatures, but this player used mods to replace every character with Jar Jar Binks. Mods can add humor and absurdity to serious games. Imagine Darth Vader transforming into Jar Jar Binks. Complaints led to the modder getting banned from online play. Puyo Tetris 2, a fast-paced puzzle game that combines the addictive gameplay of Tetris with the colourful chaos of Puyo Puyo. It's a game that requires quick thinking, strategic planning, and most importantly, the ability to accept defeat gracefully. Unfortunately, this noob seemed to have skipped that last part. This noob had a habit of disconnecting from matches the moment they started losing, robbing their opponents of a satisfying victory and generally ruining the spirit of the game. Unsurprisingly, this behaviour didn't go unnoticed. Reports piled up, and it wasn't long before the ban hammer came down, disconnecting this sore loser from online play for good. Madden NFL 24, a game that lets you experience the thrill of the gridiron as you lead your team to Super Bowl glory. Unless you're this noob who decided to take a shortcut to the championship by exploiting a game-breaking glitch. This was a full-blown cheat code that guaranteed victory every single time. They climbed the online leaderboards with the speed of a cheetah on roller skates, leaving a trail of bewildered and frustrated opponents in their wake. But their reign of glitched-out glory was short-lived. The developers caught wind of their shenanigans, and the ban hammer came down harder than a linebacker sacking a quarterback. Castlevania Anniversary Collection, a celebration of one of gaming's most iconic franchises. It's a collection of classic games that defined the side-scrolling action genre, filled with challenging levels, memorable bosses, and a gothic atmosphere that's as captivating as it is creepy. But for this noob, the challenge was apparently too much to handle. Instead of embracing the spirit of retro gaming and persevering through the tough but fair difficulty, they decided to cheese their way through the entire collection using save states. They'd save the game before every jump, every enemy encounter, every boss fight, essentially turning these classic games into interactive movies. Where's the fun in that? Where's the sense of accomplishment? Bendy and the Ink Machine, a horror adventure game that's captivated players with its creepy atmosphere, intriguing story, and of course its titular ink demon. It's a game that's meant to be enjoyed in all its spooky glory, but this noob decided to add their own brand of humor to the mix. They streamed the game with a running commentary that was filled with inappropriate jokes, offensive language, and generally distasteful remarks that left viewers feeling more uncomfortable than scared. The chat was filled with pleas for them to stop, with viewers expressing their disgust and disappointment. Unsurprisingly, it wasn't long before the ban hammer came down, silencing their offensive commentary once and for all. Some jokes just aren't worth the ban, just aren't worth... Hand of Fate 2, a dungeon crawler that blends deck-building mechanics with action-packed combat. It's a game that challenges you to strategize, adapt, and overcome the odds with a deck of cards that you build yourself. Unless you're this noob who decided to stack the deck in their favor by exploiting a series of game-breaking glitches. This noob had a knack for finding and abusing glitches that gave them an unfair advantage, turning the game into a one-sided beatdown. Reports flooded in, detailing the unfair tactics and demanding justice. It wasn't long before the developers caught wind of the situation, and the ban hammer came down, shuffling this card-glitching cheater right out of the game. Lone Echo, a VR space adventure that immerses you in the role of an android stationed on a mining facility in orbit around Saturn. This noob used the anonymity of VR to troll and harass other players relentlessly. They'd block paths, throw objects, and make the virtual space unpleasant. The developers took swift action, banishing this harasser to offline mode. Galaxy of Pen and Paper, a tabletop RPG that lets you embark on intergalactic adventures, battle strange creatures, and explore the vast reaches of space. It's a game that relies heavily on imagination, cooperation, and a shared love of storytelling. Unless you're this noob, who apparently missed the memo about playing nice with others. This noob had a knack for disrupting the game with off-topic tangents, ignoring the game master's rulings, and generally making the game less fun for everyone involved. The other players, tired of having their adventures hijacked by this disruptive force, eventually had enough. The game master, at their wits' end, finally took action, kicking this disruptive player out of the game and restoring peace and order to the virtual tabletop. And there you have it, bros. 17 games, 17 epic fails, and a whole lot of banned accounts. This Noob's journey is a cautionary tale. Remember, actions have consequences. Play fair, be respectful, and have fun. And that's it for today, bros. Smash that like button and subscribe. Stay